Welcome to my show, Go Beyond. I'm your host, Jordana Foster. Each week, I will be showing you how to go beyond your limiting beliefs to take you and your business to the next level. If you're ready to redefine, recommit, reset, and re-engage yourself, this is the time, this is the place. Go Beyond. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Go Beyond show. I'm your host, Jordana Foster. We're going to change things up a little bit for the opening of the show, and I'm really excited because if you know anything about me, you know that words are very important to me. So I want to start every show off now, starting with the new year, with a Go Beyond word of the day. And the Go Beyond word of the day is reflection. Reflection. And it's a new year, and it's really important to utilize this as a reflection point, as a time to really look at the last year and what does reflection really mean to you? And why is it so important? You know, words are powerful, and it's not just saying the words that give them the power, but it's the feelings and the thoughts that they bring together, that they, provoke, that what they bring to you, what they bring out of you and through you. And so I want you to know that they have the power to not only motivate and inspire us, but they also have the power to soothe and calm us. And we really need to have that right now. So from a reflection time, from a reflection point, which I highly encourage all of you as we go through tonight to grab a piece of paper or a notebook and take some of these really important points down. These are coaching and training nuggets that I give to my executive clients, to their teams, to my one-on-one clients. And if you are looking to make this year stand out from all the rest, for it to be your or if you're just looking to improve yourself, you need to take the time to take the reflection on and to really embrace it and to be very intentional with it. So reflection is extremely important as we jump into this new year, full of exciting opportunities and personal growth and new experiences for all of us to enjoy and to get better. Right? And to grow and appreciate. And those are all key words that we're going to revisit in a little bit. So let's reflect on the lessons learned from this past year. It's been a tough year. It's been a challenging, trying year for some more than others, but everybody's been affected by it. So think about the lessons you've learned. We can't come out of this and have gotten through this, even though we're still in it, things have improved very much, without acknowledging and realizing and reflecting on the lessons that we needed to learn. So what was it that you learned? Write it down. And it wasn't just one lesson. There were times at the beginning of when this happened, as we were in the middle and right before the new year, and as we're still going through this. Those are all lessons that you need to learn, that we need to learn. And we want to get through it and we want to move into this new year that we're in right now. But we really need to look at how we've grown through this very trying experience, right? We need to think about what we've been thankful for and still are extremely thankful for and grateful for in our lives. What's really important to us, to really get clear on that. And I want to tell you that if you haven't gotten clear on what's important to you right now, you've missed a huge lesson and you really need to do a deeper dive into this past year. It's so important to really acknowledge and define and write it down what's really most important to you. Obviously, family is at the top of the list. Our health, okay? The precious people in your life, write it down, okay? Write them down and get very clear on how you want this new year, 2021, to look. What do you want that to look like in all the areas of your life and business? Clarity, it's a whole nother training, but I want this to be part of this exercise that you're all doing with me right now. And I really welcome any comments and feedback. Write down, shout out, declare what the lessons were that you learned. Give me one word. Give me your word for 2020. Give me your word for 2021. Be very intentional and clear about what you've been through and where you're going. So this reflection time is basically a year in review. With my business, when I do my trainings, we have quarterly reviews with my clients. We do monthly, I do weekly, depending upon what their goals are. But when we do a year in review, especially with the year that we've all experienced, it is so vital. I can't stress this to you enough, how vital it is for really us to acknowledge and recognize, if you haven't already, what you've learned and what you've appreciated. What's helped you get through this? Or as we're still going through this, what's helping you? What have you learned, both positive and negative? What were those lessons? What mistakes did you make? We all make mistakes, but as long as we learn from them, we're not repeating them, right? They're there to make us better, to improve upon ourselves. What were your biggest challenges this past year? Think about, we've had a lot, more than one for sure, but what were the biggest challenges that you faced? How did you deal with them? How are you still dealing with them? What are your coping mechanisms? What were your biggest wins? Now, I want to be clear on this. Your biggest wins doesn't mean that you landed the biggest account that you've ever had. It doesn't have to be big as far as financial, but big as far as getting over an obstacle. Big is up to you to decide how you're defining what big is. But big and small, it doesn't matter. What were your wins? And write them all down. And it's going to take some time. You don't need to do it all in one night. I think over a period of a few days or even a few hours, just take that time to really get quiet with your thoughts and reflect on everything that you've been through and how you've gotten through it or in the process of. Take the best and the worst part of the year and learn from those experiences. We can't just forget that they ever happened or be so quick to move into this new year that we don't acknowledge what did happen. That's where the growth comes from. It's the awareness within ourselves and within our surroundings and within our families and our relationships to acknowledge what's happened so that we can be better prepared to keep moving forward and not just survive, although surviving is extremely important, but thriving in all the areas of our life. And to make use of the information that we've gained to enhance the quality of our lives and who we are. I know so many of us start this brand new year full of excitement to jump in and forget about what happened in the past and let's just move on. And I get it. I know that I've felt that way too. But again, I really want you to take the time for yourself, invest in the time for yourself to reflect on what this past year has been like. Again, how you've grown, what you've been open to, how you've experienced that, and how you're obviously in the process of still overcoming some of those things. Okay? And it's also really important, like I said, to acknowledge what you're appreciative of. What do you appreciate now more than ever? Okay? And I want to tell you that it's not taking anything for granted anymore. We can't do that. If you have learned anything from this past year, if any of us have, is that we can't take anything for granted, can we? We need to appreciate our precious lives and the precious time and the precious people who we spend in life and do business with and do life with, and all of it. Okay? Nothing for granted. Be aware of how you spent the time throughout that whole process, and how you're spending the time now. How you're deciding is a really big word. How you've decided what you want this year to look like, and how you're spending the time doing it to make the most of not only yourself, but to make your goals become a reality. How you've adjusted and pivoted, not just in your life, but in your business, in your career. So many people have had to make these huge adjustments. Write down how you've done that. And I really want you to feel good about what you've accomplished. It may not look like what you thought it would, but the feelings are so important for us to move forward. Acknowledging and appreciating not only what you've accomplished, but who helped you get through those moments, the people that you love, your loved ones, your close friends, people who supported and lifted you up during the toughest times that you've had and possibly are still going through. It's really important for us to establish our priorities. So many people have changed. Resilience, Judy, thank you so much. That's a huge word. That is an important word. And that is not being able to work in my service communities where, yes, we're difficult. I know. And the isolation. Yes, for me as well, Judy. Thank you so much. What you do is amazing. And I love your input. I want to tell you, the words isolation, when I'm an in-person speaker, trainer, and coach, and that's how I make my living in person, inspiring and motivating people and giving them the tools and how to communicate. It's been challenging and difficult, to say the least. But when we realize that proximity, you can feel, hopefully, my energy from this radio station, from the Facebook Live, my passion and purpose coming through. You need to not allow that isolation that we are all experiencing, and however long that's going to continue, to stop us from moving forward, from impacting the lives that we need to, from inspiring people. Just showing up is so important. Showing up for you and for your family and for the people who you do business with and your clients. You need to show them that in spite of all of the hardships and the obstacles and the difficulties, we're getting through this. But it's not been easy, and I would never say that it is, but we still need to have that hope and that empowerment and that painting the picture of possibility of having better days, which we are living in right now and will continue to do. But our energy that we're bringing forth is that vibration that we all need, and we need to light that across the radio and on video, on the Facebook, wherever we can, so that we can inspire and grow other people who are feeling very isolated and removed and disconnected, because we all are. I'm a in-person person, just like Judy, and I will tell you, I am missing that connection so much. I can't even hug my parents right now, but I am so grateful and appreciative that I get to spend time with them, even socially distancing. So I want you to understand the appreciation is such an important part of this, and your priorities, getting them in order. Okay. And really pivoting on what you need to define. If you're not doing what you love to do, figure out what you're good at, what you love to do, and who you want to be around. Energy is contagious, who you're surrounding yourself with. All of that is so important. You need to decide now, but you need to prioritize now. That's another thing that came out of it. So I want you to be very intentional about carving out that time to reflect on this past year. If you haven't kept a journal and you haven't put in any entries, that's okay. You can start now. Don't look back and say what you haven't done and feel bad about it, because I'm sure a lot of those experiences and feelings and how you've grown and what you went through and who you met, they're all fresh in your mind. You might not remember every single detail, but they're there. So you need to start now. You need to start where you're at right now, and you need to grab a journal or a sheet of paper, whatever you have, no excuses, and you need to write all that down, what you can remember now. And you're going to see how the feelings come from the words that you're writing down, and that reflection point that is so pivotal right now for moving forward into this new year and making it everything that you want it to be. I have to go to a quick commercial break with my amazing sponsors. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back. I am your host, Jordana Foster, with the Go Beyond Show, and we're talking all about reflecting and how we can not only reflect on the past, but move forward to make this an incredible year and go beyond what you thought was possible. We'll see you in just a minute. Thank you so much. It's Jordana Foster with the Go Beyond Show.
Zen Mindspace is a curated experience where healing therapies and science meet. Created by licensed psychologist Dr. Marla Reese, it's an integrative setting where clients receive beneficial holistic treatments and classes such as yoga, meditation, and sound healing all in one place. We customize treatments to address the challenges of modern living and to enhance emotional well-being and quality of life. Experience our Core 4 holistic services: integrative chiropractic, therapeutic massage, Reiki energy healing, and acupuncture. Let us create a plan that works for your health goals and improved wellness. Zen Mindspace, the mindfulness studio for your modern life. High End Beauty is a woman-owned business certified with Eubank and We Connect International, and is your one-stop beauty source for exceptional quality skincare, hair care, cosmetics, and more to accommodate all your needs. Whether you are a professional in the beauty industry or you're simply in search of a specific product to deliver top-quality beauty solutions. High End Beauty is also the founder of Iditude, the first eyes-only skincare line formulated by doctors and dermatologist approved. Contact High End Beauty for your individual consultation, or if you're a beauty brand looking for a quality collaboration. High End Beauty, your one-stop beauty source. Hold on, girl, now. You've been listening to Go Beyond. If you want to be part of the show as a guest, highlighting your business, or you would like more information about the content of the show, email me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com, or share your thoughts and call me at 888-565-1470.
Welcome back to the Go Beyond Show, and I'm your host, Jordana Foster. I would like to thank my amazing sponsors. First, Zen Mindspace, the mindfulness studio for your modern lifestyle, holistic healing practices and mindfulness classes and workshops. Contact zenmindspace.com. And also the incredible High End Beauty, which is your one-stop beauty source for skincare, spa, cosmetics, and hair care. Looking and feeling our best is so important, especially now when we're in front of camera. And we really need to keep our, self-care as a top priority. Contact Trish at highendbeauty.com, and she will take care of all of your beauty and skincare needs. So we're talking about really having these important reflection times. And as we're in this new year, starting this new year, and I want you to know that if you're really ready to go beyond your limitations, because we all have self-limiting beliefs, right? If you're ready to go beyond your limitations and your expectations for the new year, I want you to contact me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. You can like and message me on Facebook at Ready, Set, Go Beyond. Or you can contact me on my website, which is johnmaxwellgroup.com/Jordana Foster. I have mindset shift workshops and communication and leadership trainings and personal coaching sessions for entrepreneurs and business professionals and executives and organizations who are ready to really up-level their performance, enhance their communication skills, and also shift their mindset. And if that is you or someone you know, and you are ready to make the best of 2021 and go beyond, to step up, show up, and never give up, I would love the opportunity to help you and your team go beyond. So, when I was talking about reflection points, I wanted to share a story with you really quick because I obviously, I always have my clients keep a journal. I actually have journals that I keep. And I took time right before, and I'm still doing it. So I highly recommend this practice. I have been reflecting on this past year because I have kept track of daily entries, if you will, and things that have happened, the people that I've met, the experiences that I've had, some good, some not so good, obviously, over this past year, the challenges that I've had, how I faced them, who I met, all the different feelings, the celebrations that were different celebrations for me and my family, my son graduating, and birthdays and anniversaries, and all of these wonderful things that have happened in our lives that we had to celebrate differently, but I'm so grateful for. Do you see how I'm looking at that? Don't get me wrong. We didn't celebrate the way that I wanted to or that we wanted to as a family, but I'm so grateful that we were together to be able to have those. Our health, looking at all of these things from this past year, the challenges with my clients and changing everything to virtual, and then the speaking engagements all virtual, and now I have 4 this month. I want to tell you that we are the only ones standing in the way of what we can do. Don't get me wrong, we have a lot that we cannot control in our world, in our communities, in our lives, the day to day. Everything has changed. But what hasn't changed is our ability to control how we feel, what we think, who we surround ourselves with, the energy we're bringing, the effort we're making, and how grateful we are. Do you see what all the things that we do have control over? So I want to tell you that by utilizing my journals, plural, I was able to then look at what I experienced and where I've been, and look at what I would do better or differently, what I've learned, follow up with the people and thank the people who were a part of all of that. And I'm so grateful for them and my family and my mentors and all of it, my friends. That's what you need to do. And it doesn't mean that you have to have that journal like I did very descriptively, but you can start now. And I would like for you, your homework is to start writing down a reflection. I'd like you to recall a few of the key things that took place, good and bad, and the people that were in your life and still are in your life, and what you learned and what you acknowledged and what you appreciated and appreciate, past and present. Okay, the past is your key to the future. Okay, we can't move forward unless we look at where we've been to know where we are going. So that's where reflection is so important. I'm not saying we need to be stuck in 2020, because we all know that that was not a year that we want to revisit. But if we're honest, there were some really great things that also came out of a horrible, horrible situation, like really appreciating our families and our health and not taking anything for granted and seizing the moment and really appreciating the here and now, being present, right? And prioritizing the things that are the most important in our lives. Okay? So we need to take what we've learned, this reflection, and leverage that experience. And I want you to make this the best year by really acknowledging all of those things that made you you, that you got through and grew through, so that you can now make this the best year ever for you. Oh, thank you so much. Coaching is so important. You're right. And accountability. I'm an accountability partner. Thank you so much, High End Beauty. Accountability and and a thinking partner and all of those pieces, you can't get through this by yourself. You need to have people who are going to support you and help guide you through this. And I would love to be able to help you do that. Okay, you can contact me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. You can like and message me on Facebook at Ready, Set, Go Beyond, or you can contact me at johnmaxwellgroup.com/Jordana Foster. And it is quote time. So here you go. Reflection, which is our word of the day, or Go Beyond word of the day. Reflection is one of the most underused yet powerful tools that we have for success in our lives and success in our business. Life first, and our business is included in what we do. So this year, I want you to live in the moment. I want you to start each day with gratitude. I want you to laugh more, create more meaningful connections. I want you to meditate. I want you to focus on the positive. Believe that it will all fall into place, because it will. That's the faith that we all need to have. We need to be more kind. We need to be more generous. We need to choose to be happy, and we need to reflect. I want to thank you so much for being here tonight on my first show in 2021, and I am excited to share more golden nuggets with you and help you go beyond your expectations and limitations and make 2021 incredible. I'm Jordana Foster with the Go Beyond Show. Join me here next Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. Have a wonderful evening and be well. Thank you.
Thank you for watching Go Beyond. Tune in next week as we continue to explore effective ways to help you go beyond your limiting beliefs to unlock your true potential to thrive personally and professionally. Learn how to take you and your business to the next level. Contact me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. Like and share my video, because sharing is caring. Contact me at 305-753-6758 or go to my website at readysetgobeyond.com.